Hello, welcome back to the second attempt in my Pokémon Fire Red Nuzlocke. I believe we're on episode 8 now, and we are currently doing our second one where we have Wolf and Truffles on our team. This episode we are going to go ahead and try to beat Brock. We do not know what kind of Pokemon he has because this is a randomizer. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to try to test the waters. Right now, we are hurting on healing items, and we are woefully underleveled. So I do not know if this is going to be a short video, where the second attempt is going to end, or if we're going to be able to continue on to the next town. So what I would like to do is just take a moment to go back into the grass, into the forest, try to get Truffles and Wolf up at least another level, and then we will go fight the trainer that's in that gym, so that way we at least have a baseline as to what kind of Pokemon Brock might have. Gotta be very careful though, because we do not have any encounters between now and hitting Mount Moon. Do not want to lose either of our Pokemon. So right now, Truffles has Tackle, Mud Sport, Odor Sleuth, and Powder Snow. If the Brock has anything that's resistance to ice type moves, Truffles is going to be in trouble. We do have EXP share on right now. And it seems like poison is the bane of our existence. I believe we defeated... Ooh, Corellia. I believe we have defeated all the trainers except for maybe one at the beginning of the forest at this point. I don't think we're going to go all the way back to the beginning of the forest though, just enough to get another level up on these Pokemon. I do also believe we got all the items out of the forest as well. I know I said I didn't want to do much grinding, but at the same time I do worry about the levels of Brock's Pokemon compared to mine. It's mostly the uncertainty of not knowing what kind of Pokemon he has. Because this is a randomizer, it means that he can have a couple of legendaries. course, there is the ruling as well that I do not have the capabilities of swapping Pokemon in battles, which means that the first person that I'm sending out, there's a good chance I might lose them. Yeah, Steel type is going to be a problem with us as well. So Steel and Poison is the ones that I'm mostly worried about. Starting to get worried on this fight too. I can swap my team around while I'm outside a battle. Alright, there's an item over here. Pokeball. Don't need it though. There's the level I wanted for Truffles. Trying to learn Mud Slap. Alright, that could be useful. I don't think we need Mud Sport. We can swap it with Mud Slap. Even though it's a weaker attack. It's a chance to lower accuracy. I'm just going to swap, put Wolf in the front now. Let's get out of the forest, go heal, and then head to Brock, to the first gym. I am going to have to rely on Wolf's increased attack. He is a physical attacker. So I really hope that they're not beefy Pokemon. Like I said though, I'm mostly worried if they're going to be a Steel type or a Poison type. Because he can literally have anything. Well, my first one I wasn't too worried considering the team that I had already built up. This time, I'm not so certain. Alright, we'll be able to fight the one trainer Brock has. Alright, let's see what he has. Two Pokemon. Cub Fan. Okay. Fortunately, Bite is the only move that I have that's not... Oh, that helped. Mawile. Two Steel-type Pokemon. Cubfant and Mawile. It was an easy enough battle. But I wonder if that means that Brock has Copperjaw. Typically, even though it's a randomizer, the trainers in the gym typically have a similar theme to the gym leader I'm noticing. We also get a hint too that those are the kind of Pokemon that are going to be in Mount Moon. So we will have to see. Alright, time to face Brock. It's either going to be a really short attempt number 2, or we're going to be able to continue on. Cubfant. Same level as me. See if our bite attack can help us out again. Critical hit. That's fantastic. He's only taken 4 points of damage from us so far. Larian. That one's going to be a little bit of a trouble. Evolved form of Aaron. Alright, looks like we can use our Metal Claw. Hopefully that'll boost our attack up enough to be able to handle them. Ooh, that really hurt. Another critical hit. Bind. It's going to lower our speed again. We are hurting. I'm going to use my only potion and hopefully that'll keep us up. Probably should have bought another potion when we had the chance against the trainer. Come on, Wolf. One more hit like that might be enough to knock my Pokemon out. Cannot swap. All I can hope is that I move fast enough to knock him out before he hits me. Nope. Unfortunately, we lost our starter Pokemon. It's a bittersweet victory. We still have Truffles, we're still in this. But unfortunately, we lost Wolf. Wolf did a great job. He carried us for this far. Rock Tomb. Truffles is able to learn Rock Tomb. Boulders are hurled at a foe. It also lowers the foe's speed if it hits. 60 damage rock type move. I think we'll get rid of Odor Sleuth. Alright, we gotta go Box Wolf. We were able to defeat Brock. I am saddened by this loss. I know according to Nuzlocke rules, you're supposed to release the Pokemon. I just don't have the heart to do that. But Wolf, you will be missed. You were a good dog. We can heal up Truffles. And I think we'll go poke our head into the next route before we end this episode. We can get our running shoes. And then the next episode will consist of us going through Mount Moon, getting to Cerulean, and then eventually fighting Misty, if we're able to make it that far. We now have running shoes. That does remind me, I'm going to run back now. Gonna buy some more potions. I had hoped that we wouldn't have lost a Pokemon, but it does feel more like a Nuzlocke now that I've already lost my starter. We can get super potions. So we gotta rely on Truffles against all these trainer battles up ahead of us until we can get another encounter. If we can at least get to the Pokemon Center at Mount Moon, I'd be happy. Oh, that hurt. I may be doubling back and forth a lot from here to the Pokemon Center, so I don't use up my items. Truffles is already hit, and that was a critical hit and very dangerous. I mean, you're the one who challenged me. It would be ironic if I lose to one of these trainers on this route after just taking out Brock, being so worried about what Pokemon Brock had the whole time. It is harder that I only have one Pokemon now to work with. He's got 3. And a coffee. I completely forgot about that. And he got a critical hit on me. I am hurting, and they still have 2 more Pokemon. I am glad I now have some super potions. Alright, it's not going to do me any good if I go through them all so quickly. Dodrio. Should be able to one-shot that with the powder snow. Little by little, we are making headway. There's 2 people down that we beat. Got a couple of bucks for that. I don't think it's enough just yet to get another super potion. So we do have to be careful. He's got 4 Pokemon. That quick attack is going to be a problem. And got me up to 14. Trying to learn Endure. That is a really tough choice. Because it removes it so that way I can't be one-shot. But at the same time, if I knew I'm going to be one-shot, I'm going to have trouble anyway. I'm not going to take it. I know it's a huge risk. Coffee. I did not want to get poisoned. That is very dangerous right now. Knock out the coffee and try to heal the poison. He still has 2 more Pokemon that I have to deal with. This is not good. My back is against the wall. Ooh, very good. This is why I like having different types of moves available. This last Pokemon, D.o.n.k. Fire type. It is not good. Nope. Well, you know what that means. Unfortunately, attempt number 2 of my nuzlocke is now over. So I'm going to end this episode here. We were able to defeat Brock. We were able to get slightly in, but the fact that we did not have extra Pokemon really hurt us. I shall see you all in the next episode for attempt number 3 of my Pokemon Fire Red Nuzlocke. See you all later.